Now, the updates or the commentary that we have coming in overnight from Donald Trump as well has kept the Asian markets on the positive footing this morning. Look at all the Asian markets, right? Whether you look at the Hang Seng, Taiwan Index, ASX 200, Kospi, all of them are managing to hold on to very strong gains. When you look at the South Korean index, Kospi, which I'm talking about, that is also at around those record high levels for them. So positive commentary coming in from Donald Trump, or step back maybe on that Greenland front, saying not as much of a threat that what one was watching out for in terms of use of military. That may not be happening. So that is a bit of a positive sign there. And that is why a positive opening that's coming for the Asian markets. Nifty implied open as of now is indicating a gap up start for the Indian markets. 181 points, 180 points up as of now is what the Nifty implied open is indicating. Do not forget that, yes, we have seen a fall coming in the last 7 trading sessions. Only one trading session that the Nifty managed to close in the green. Today is a positive start is what we are keeping an eye out on for the Indian markets. But let's move on and look at how all this global market action is going to be impacting our Indian markets. We have a team of research joining in with us to set you up for trade, tell you which are the important stocks to watch out for in the trading session as well. First up, we have Hormaz, who's joining us to tell us the important cues to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Hormaz.
Morning, Vinny. And I tell you what, Sudarshan's beaming in the frame today because he was telling us yesterday that all depends on what Donald Trump says at Davos. And what Donald Trump says at Davos has led to what the GIFT Nifty is doing today. Almost 180 points higher now as we speak as to what he said yesterday about striking a good deal with India. And some relief would surely be welcome from the bulls, especially considering the session that we had yesterday. Opened at 25,140, fell to 24,900 in the first couple of hours, then recovered to 25,300, then fell back to 25,150, all in a single day. And yesterday wasn't even expiry. That's today. That's the Sensex expiry that we are talking about. So that is one factor you need to watch out for. Of course, the reaction to Trump's remarks will be paramount today on sectors like textiles, on sectors of the shrimp feed names, the export-oriented names. All of them will be on the radar today. What also you should be keeping an eye out for is what the index heavyweights do. The index heavyweights have been big underperformers, be it Reliance, be it ICICI Bank, all of them. They will be key to ensuring that the Nifty sustains above key levels. What are those key levels? 25,300 is the first one. By the looks of it, we're most probably opening above those levels, mostly above the 25,350 mark as well. So that's the first level you need to watch out for. On the downside, in case, if any, the 200 DMA, of course, 25,123, then the 25,000 mark. That's the line in sand. That is one thing you need to watch out for. A slip below that and a sustained slip below that could even open doors for that September 30 low of 24,587 from where the Nifty had eventually reversed from. Now, the defense stocks is one such theme that you need to keep an eye out for today as well. Why is that so? Because the European Union has agreed to a new defense framework or a defense partnership with India. It's been spoken about before. More details will emerge next week when the deal is signed. But keep an eye out on the defense names. For the Bank Nifty, that's the index you need to watch out for because from levels of 60,000 plus, it's now even slipped below the 59,000 mark. That's the first level to watch on the Nifty Bank. Then go to 59,500 and we take it forward from there. It's an earnings heavy day, possibly the busiest day in terms of earnings this week. Indigo, Indian Bank, CAMS, Premier Energies, Coforge, DLF, all of them, big broader market names reporting results today. Also watch out for Anthem Bio because shareholder lock-in ends today. 23,000 crore worth of shares that will free up for trade. That's an important thing to watch out for. But for now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap up start. The big question is, can that sustain? We leave that to Sudarshan to answer that question.
Yes, we will go to Sudarshan to answer that question in a short while. Before that, let's look at the stocks that we're keeping on our radar this morning. We have Upasna to give us those details. Good morning, Upasna.
Good morning, Willie. First up, let me start with Dr. Reddy's. Must say that it's a good set of numbers. The revenue grows at 4.4% versus flat expectation is what was expected by the street. Now, revenue has seen a 4% uptick. Net profit is down 14.5%, but margins stood at 23.5% versus the poll of 21.8 that we were working with. Next up is HPCL. It's a top-down miss. Margin is below our poll. Revenue has seen an uptick of 14.2%. Margin stood at 6.1 versus our poll of 7.2. Next up is Eternal. A strong set of numbers here. Dipender Goyal steps down as the CEO is what the recent update is what the company has indicated. Revenue has seen an uptick of 20% and margin has also expanded by 50 basis points at 2.3%. KEI Industries revenue growth stood at 20%. It misses the street estimates of nearly about 25 to 30% growth. that the street was working with. Revenue has stood at 2,954 crore, margin stood at 10.8% versus 9.9%, and net profit has seen an uptick of 42%. Jindal Stainless Steel is an inline set of numbers. Revenue has seen an uptick of 6%, net profit up 27% on year-on-year basis. Next up is Bank of India, NII up 6%. Loan growth stood at 13.6% versus the guidance of 13 to 14% given by the company, so it's well within the guidance. And NIMs have also improved for the company by 16 basis points sequentially to 2.5%. Next up is PNB Housing, NII up 13%. NIMs have declined 4 basis points versus expectations of a 5 basis point increase here. Eclairix board meeting is scheduled on 28th of Jan to consider bonus issue. Next up is Indocount. The company begins its commercial production at its Greenfield pillow manufacturing facility in USA. And lastly, we'll be looking at Senco Gold as well, as the company plans to acquire 68% stake of August Jewelry under the brand name Melora for nearly about 68 crore. So all in all, we'll be watching out for all these stocks in today's trading session.
Okay, Upasana, thank you so much for that. Finally, Sudarshan, Hormaz tossed it to you to tell us, are these going to levels going to sustain? We have commentary that came in even on India front. Today is a good day at least.
Good morning, Vinny. So, less than 24 hours and we've got the answer why exactly yesterday we were saying that Trump comments matter the most. And now he has commented about both Greenland and he's going to sign the India deal very soon, and also has talked about India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that he has basically praised that he's a good man and good friend of US President Donald Trump. So, two important levels for Nifty. On the downside, 25,114. And on the upside, 25,585. These two are very important levels. Now, if Nifty fails to hold 25,100, as Hormaz told you, in all probability, it might slip to as low as 24,500. But if it holds on to levels above that and crosses 25,585, it can go as high as 25,900. Two sectors that will be in the focus today: financials and IT. IT has been the biggest underperformer over the last few days, considering all the uncertainties of AI and the commentary that we have been getting from US. And financials were on a very strong footing until yesterday, but yesterday that also saw a huge downtick intraday. So these two sectors will be in the focus. As far as the FI flows are concerned, in the index futures, we did see selling yesterday, and that selling was almost 600 crore. But in the stock futures, they were buying, and that was more than 1,500 crore. And also, we have seen minor increase in the FI's long exposure. That increased to 11%. On the short side, it has come down to 89%. But they continue to add short positions. Yesterday also, they have added short positions of more than 10,400 contracts. Now coming to the options data. So on the call side, 25,200, 25,100 had seen maximum call writing. And on the put side, maximum put writing was seen at 25,100 and 25,000. So it's telling you that on the downside for now, 25,100 seems to be protected. So support 25,114, resistance 25,580 for Nifty. Nifty Bank support 58,280. That is the intraday low of yesterday, and resistance would be around 59,546. That's the 20-day moving average. Two stocks that were already in the band and they remain in the band: sale in Sammaan Capital. Bandhan Bank, just ahead of the earnings, has come in the band. And some of the stocks that I'll keep an eye on: Bank of India has come out with a very strong set of earnings, so this stock will be in the focus. Second, PNB Housing has missed estimates both on NII and also on loan growth. And lastly, Eternal has reported very strong set of earnings, but Deepinder Goyal has resigned as CEO. Now he has become vice chairman, will remain on the board, so keep an eye on this stock too.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. We'll be keeping an eye out on those important levels, 25,114 as well as 25,585 that Sudarshan has mentioned. Thanks so much for that F&O update there.